This project shows how to use sterling silver sheet to create a pair of pierced earrings. We're going to focus on the use of a saw for piercing, filing, and engraving the lines. This is a jeweler's saw frame. There's all different types. They're not very expensive, and the key idea here is that you have two clamps at the top and the bottom that hold a very fine saw blade. There are different sizes of saw blade. The one that I find most useful is a 3/0, and it has teeth that point one way or the other. In this case, I want the teeth to point downward, and the way I make sure that that's happening is by running my finger down the saw, but it won't run up because it catches on the teeth. And you want to spring the frame up against your breastbone and clamp it tight, and you should be able to hear a little note, which means it's tight. If it's too loose, it'll break. Okay, that's the way you string the saw blade, but in this project we want to cut out each of these areas, so we're going to want to thread the blade through each hole. Again, you can use just a little bit of lubricant, and also you probably want to be sitting a little bit lower. So I have a chair that goes up and down. I'm going to lower down so that my arms are just about parallel to the floor, so that I'm not hunched over and I don't get a lot of fatigue from doing this kind of work. Okay, let me explain a little bit about sawing. First of all, when you choose a saw blade, it should be about 2 or 3 teeth for the thickness of the metal. If the saw blade is larger than that and there's only one tooth, it's likely to catch, and that won't work very well. The best way to use a saw is straight up and down. I'm cutting a curve here, so I very slowly and evenly turn the work, blow away the dust. You want to be very careful not to hit the lines, because if you hit the line, you're over the boundary. It's better to take it in phases. You can always go back and move that border out, but once you've gone too far, you can't go back.